So what is in it for investors? Let's talk about investors first. So for us, at least what we've seen is that investors want to see the numbers, the real numbers, because if you go directly to a developer and you ask them, hey, so what are your numbers? What's the opportunity here, right? What are the return on investment? They will probably exaggerate. Many times that we bring a client to a developer, they're like, oh yeah, he's gonna go 80% above, asking price, and the appreciation is gonna be this much. The occupancy rate is like 90%, throughout the year, and you can get $300, $500 per night for your unit. Well, that's in a best ideal case scenario. But what's the reality? So when we talk about real numbers, many of these reports are not online. The printouts from Airbnb might not have or contain all the data. A lot of these rentals sometimes are cash, so they will not make it to the Airbnb reports. Sometimes they give us, this is not a rent roll, but it's more about the report of how many people went in and out, and they give it to you in a spreadsheet. So how do you know if this spreadsheet is correctly and they didn't make up the numbers? So all these things are super important. We've seen a thing or two, and we want to make sure our investors are safe and we are truthful with what we know, as much as we know at that point of time, from what we have studied, learned, experienced with certain developers. So of course, you're going to have pitches from developers, but at the same time, we'll bring it together and be like, well, based on this information, we think is this number. But again, this is the process of scouting. If you're a seasoned investor, you probably know what to look for, what cues. But some new investors, of course, you want to get the best for your money, but they might not have the experience on reading in between the lines when people are exaggerating numbers. We do work with better developers if it's per construction, of course. We also have resale properties that are ready for resale. They might be a little more expensive, but they're ready to go. Title is ready. You can close quickly. So those are very helpful as well. So you can understand the full picture, the real numbers, the comparables, whether you are able to pull the comparables from a website or not. Usually we have to use comparables manually currently because we don't have that much data on past sales, for example. Also, many people that are buyers, investors, they don't want to feel any pressure to buy. We don't marry any specific developer. It's more about what do you get for what. If you're ready to buy them, if you don't want to buy there's no pressure that, hey, because they pay for my flight and stay, and I'm obligated to close with them in a project that might not be worth the money. So we don't steer you to any specific developer. We show you all the numbers. If we compare them side by side between them, we bring everything down to the price per square meter or the price per square foot, so you know what you're getting at all times and what's the bottom line. So it's very important that you get this information as well. Of course, you can do your own math, you can do your own research, but we give you what we have based on the numbers that are provided to us. And then, of course, you can keep doing your research. Our main intention is that you avoid scams. We don't want you to put your money somewhere that might be risky. We try to do the best we can on every single tour to vet them, and we vet them over time and again, because you never know when a developer might be going out of business, and maybe last year's news is different than this year's news. So we want to make sure you're up to date on that as well. We help you invest with confidence, so you don't have to, risk your money anywhere in any way, shape, or form. And also you don't feel the pressure to buy, or maybe you can come back and buy the next tour, or you can come back and buy a year later. That is literally, we want to provide information. That's why these tours are so important for us and the investors we work with.